Yellow. Welcome to episode. I didn't even ask what episode this is.
This
33?
is episode 33. Yes, you're
33. What they say in Ireland? Churdy tree?
E-R sun.
So they say 30.
Sun.
No. In Ireland, they say, I think it's churdy tree. That's how they say 33.
I've never been to Ireland, so I wouldn't know how they would say 33.
I only know that because I went to that Bongos Bingo. Whenever they called 33, they had like this big old leprechaun come out and dancing. And it was called like Churdy Tree. Side note, speaking of Ireland, nothing against Irish people. I've yet to meet an Irish person that I like. So, in me and
I'll
Lucy
reserve my comments. You can have the comments to yourselves. I'll reserve because I'm South African and they don't like us just because, we're better than them. But,
yeah, it's one of those. We were talking about it the other day because they had like cheap flights to Dublin or something, and I was saying nothing against Irish people, but I'm just saying in my very limited, small sample size interaction of all the Irish people that I've personally met, I don't like a single one of them. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, let's go to Ireland. I'm like, man. If it's a bunch of these guys over there, I don't know if I want to go.
We'll give it a skip.
but yeah. Anyways, welcome to episode Churdy Tree, Sancha Son of Big Belly Pats. I'm Nick. I'm in my robe because it's cold as always in the damn UK. So I'm in my robe, and we got Dan the Man. No. What was the nickname I used to call you? Big D, Teacher D, Big Dog.
Yes, you forgot it's Mr. Big Dog. Yeah. Oh yes,
Mr. Big D. He walk into the room and it gets dark. Big D.
What do you mean it gets dark?
Been rearranging ovaries since 91.
91, 92. Whoa, don't make me that old. 92. You 91. 92. You 91. 92. He's 91. I'm 92. Okay, whoa.
92. But yeah, welcome to another episode. It's been a bit of a while. Daniel's been traveling here and there. Been a bit busy. So
wait, Daniel hasn't been traveling anywhere. Whoa. Slow down there. You've been traveling.
We got
again. To be fair, I wasn't feeling too hot the other time we were supposed to record. I was a bit horizontal on the sofa and I felt a bit sick.
It was twice. One time I was like, yo, I'm in the studio, I'm waiting. And you was like, oh, I forgot,
man. No, but then the next day we recorded. So that was fine. That was fine. Yes, the next day I was recording. Next day, whoa. We missed an entire week because of me. Yes, and I'm trying to explain that. I was sick and I was horizontal on the sofa that Sunday. Because now Nick is a Monday to Friday businessman. He's that guy now. So we can record only on the weekends, which suits me because I'm a Monday to Friday teacher. So. Nick used to have these weird ass schedules that had me recording at like 11, 12 at night on it. Exactly. You see the sacrifices I had to make.
But I am done traveling. I'm not done traveling, but I'm done until
you're going to America in November.
But that's like a fair few weeks away. I do have a new job.
It's a month away.
It's a few. I said it's a fair few weeks. A month is a few weeks. Fair few. You're trying to condense it and make it sound worse. It's like 4 weeks away. And yeah, so I'm going home for Thanksgiving. But outside of that, I did get a new job. This is tomorrow will be week 4, I think. I think it's week 4. Amazing job. I love it. Don't know how I got it. I will throw that out there. It is in finance. I'm in investment management now. The money hasn't come in yet. because this what screwed me was when I started right after their payday, like the payroll. So when they got paid at the end of this last month, I got paid nothing. Now my next check is gonna be nice. But right now,
because they're gonna pay you back for the days you did work. Right.
That's
a nice one. There.
So that's gonna be. But until we get there, we eating sugar sandwiches. Yeah, we eating sugar sandwiches and sleep for dinner.
2-minute noodles. 2-minute noodles. Switch off the lights. Don't keep the lights on. Switch them off.
But yeah, I'm a regular Monday to Friday now. Once again, I'm in investment management. Don't know how I got it, but I did. This job is chill, man. I don't think I've chatted to you much about it.
No.
But because right now I got to go in the office, but I think after like 5 or 6 weeks, I'm like 2 days in the office, 3 days at home. And I can pick my days, but it's like right on the, when you came to Liverpool and we went to go see that little Beatles statue at the docks.
Yeah.
It's the building. Museum. Yeah. My building is literally you walk out the front door, the Beatles statue's right there, so it's right on the docks.
Oh, and you got that nice area where that big square is.
Yeah, like Albert Docks.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice so it is nice. Job is smooth. Everyone I work with is mostly women. So, and I've realized they're all varying ages, but I say the average core of them is probably about 23. So
this makes me feel old.
We've had some conversations where I'm like, fuck, I'm old. Like they'll say some things and I'll be like, nah, I don't.
So when you are talking about feeling old, so I've obviously teaching secondary students this year. So I'm teaching 14, 15-year-olds. And I'm having a lot more interactions with the older kids this time around. And you don't really feel your age when you're interacting with like 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds. You don't really think about that. Because 13, when it comes 14, 15, 16, even 17-year-olds, they have a lot more pop culture references. They have a lot more engagement with social media. They don't just play games. They have a lot more wide variety of what's happening around them, social media-wise. And when I'm like in my modern world history class, when they're doing like independent work, I'll be like, cool guys, do you mind if I play music? And they're like, no worries. And I'll play music. But see, I'm pretty like, I like finding, especially on Instagram, you find like brand new artists. Doesn't matter what type of music it is, if it's from rap to country to pop, whatever. I like listening to the new guys because they make catchy music. The only problem is that they only make it for like 2.5 minutes. So I'm like, where's the rest of the song? Give me more. It's quite irritating. But then when you like, so I'm going to play a bit of music from like when you guys were born. And they would be like, we have no idea what you're playing. And I'll be like, damn, that's when you're like, whew, I've been around. Yeah. But I'm just saying I'm like, it's crazy because if you played music from the 1970s, the 1980s, where like my parents grew up, not when they were born, I would know some of the music, like majority. I think I back myself, not like know the artist and the song, but I'll be like be able to sing along.
Right.
And I'll be like, oh, I've heard this before, like in the cars, and we were brought up with like, that song says, "Sweet dreams are made of these." Who am I to disagree? You know that. So like, some people wouldn't have never heard that, and I'll be like, damn. But colleagues of mine, they have 2 kids, and obviously like spending time with them. They've got a car and they drive around. They play old school music for their kids. Nice. So when I generally play music in the classroom and it's old school, the one son is going, boom, yeah, I know this song, and then the kids are like, huh? What song is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, just speaking about, and then you have conversations about. And it's interesting how like okay, I'm not going to say anything because it's too close to where I work with and it's a bit a touchy feeling. But working with a different generation, and like for me, working with someone 10 years older than me is not a huge problem
Mm-hmm.
It's not a huge problem for me. Working with someone 10 years older than me is not a huge problem. And I think we were born in a very unique generation. But working with someone 10 years younger than me, there is clashes.
Yeah. I've only been there a few weeks, so I ain't clashing with nobody because I don't know nobody enough.
No, not clashes, but like just like ideas.
Right. But with this crew and on my team, it's like 3 guys, but they're like well older than me. And then it's like 2 or 3 women who are older than me. I think one of she has like a 13-year-old daughter or something, but they're older. Like my main boss, she's older. But like the other like 8 or 9 are like max 22, 23.
Damn, so they fresh out of university.
Man, but see, my job is, it's a very old company. I'm not going to say the name, but it's a very old company. And so a lot of them, they'll tell you not to like brag or anything, but they'll be like, yeah, I got this job because my dad works here or my mom works here. My dad has been working here. My dad is so high up in this company.
You just
like, yeah, they just got it. They don't like brag about it, which I do commend them for. They don't brag about it, but they are honest. They're like, look, I ain't got the resume for this, but my dad works here. My granddad worked here. My brother works here. My mom works here. I got out of college. I'm working here. I was like, shit, fair enough. And they cool though. They not like,
and it works because sometimes it does work.
Yeah. A lot of people in this company, and I've noticed because the company's massive and the office floor is fucking massive. But a lot of people are like, yeah, a lot of people know people's family and whatnot. I was like, all right, cool. But nah, man, it just sometimes when I'm talking to them, they're just like, you know what they're saying when someone says you're still wet behind the ears? You ever heard that saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or my dad would say, your breath still smells like titty milk. So yeah, they're cool though. Don't get me wrong, they're cool. No. It's just sometimes when I'm having conversations with them, I'm like, my age, I start to feel my age. And I don't feel like I'm crying. I'm 33. But I'm like, when they start talking, I'm like, damn.
But like it's experience. And I'm not saying it's judging anyone, but I'm not saying like your experience is better than my experience or anything like that. But when I think about it, and I think about it's not everyone. And we can't generalize generations. Because people have had different growings up. But if I meet someone that's 22, 23, you know, working 180 days a year, because yes, at my school I work 180 days a year, and I get paid for 365. So it's bougie. I'm well looked after. So you're working an extra couple of weekends, hurts nobody. But if I look back, when I was 22, 23, I was an operations manager for a security company. I was working 6 days a week. When some weekends were night shift, so I'd work from like 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., driving to random security sites in South Africa, occasionally being like attending a robbery or something.
Did you chase them? Did you chase them?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. It's not all the time that I was there. It was just I was part of the team that did it. So there would be teams that were part of investigation or pursuit. I was predominantly the team in investigations. Like you said, family-wise, I wasn't always thrown into the firing line as is because of my dad and my mom. But I did work from 6 to 6. You know, I was at work at 6. I left work at 6. So that was just life as a young person growing up. It was like, it was shit. It was shitty ass work. It was crap hours. You know, I didn't. If my and I get it. Things have changed. Life has changed. But like authority does still count.
Right.
The real world still runs like it did 20 years ago. Right. Businesses still operate like how they did 20 years ago. So I like read some like newspaper articles or internet articles saying how people have struggled with this, the generation the Generation Z, I think, are after us. I don't know what they're called anymore. Generation Z and then Generation Alpha. But the Generation Z kiddos are now going into the workplace and they struggle. Apparently they're struggling because they'll be like, oh, can go home now. Why are you going home? Well, it's 2. I'm finished. My work's done. Yeah, but you finish at 5. So sit here. That's old mentality thinking. Like, you and I can understand, hey, man, this guy's done. He can go. But we were also brought up. Be like, your hours are until 5 o'clock. Yeah. So do something more.
Find something.
Yeah. So, but this is a huge conversation and a debate in the real world. But like, I'm still trying to think to myself. I'm like, yeah, but majority of bosses are still millennials and the people before millennials, which I think are the baby boomers, or what were they?
No, crack babies.
Crack babies.
I don't know. I always call people born in the 80s and the 70s crack babies.
So 1985 is when millennials are actually started.
Yeah. Before was
what's the one before millennials?
It's not baby boomers. Baby boomers, I think, is like
generation. It's the generation or something. Generation names. So hold on.
I just always call them crack babies. Got to get this podcast moving before we have our whole generation chat.
It just says baby boomers and then millennials. So there's someone missing. Baby boomers are born between 1946 and 1964. And then millennials are born between 1981 and 1996. So there is definitely a generation leap.
My sister's
Generation X. X.
Okay.
Yeah, so Generation X is 1965 to 1980.
Who's Generation Y?
Generation Y hasn't been made yet. Generation Y is known as the Millennials. Yeah, 1980 to 1994. So Generation Y or the Millennials is known as the Digital Natives. Also known as Digital Natives, Millennials are those born in 1982 to 9. Well, it's all between there. So yeah, so we the special kids. I like being a millennial because we're different. We get the best of both worlds. Well, moving on from our generational chats.
So that was we went off on a wild tangent, but yeah, I got a new job. I'm working Monday through Fridays. I'm back working. I got my weekends back, which was the main reason that I left the previous job, but just because I just needed weekends because it was so many times that because I only got X amount of weekends free. So that whenever I had a weekend free, and I noticed it, whenever I had a weekend free, and nothing against Lucy's family and stuff, but they would plan something. Like, oh, Nick is free this weekend. Let's go do this. Or we can go do this. And it got to the point for me, I'm like, damn, I don't have any weekends to just do nothing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm either working or we got to go do something because Nick is free this weekend. But now I have weekends where I can say, I ain't doing shit this weekend. So... yeah, but got a new one. Yeah, man. Been traveling. I go into that now.
Yeah, go for it. Where have you been? Who came and visited you?
So my pops came. Pops came. He came for a week. So he came they landed in Manchester, not this past Friday, but the Friday before, the 27th, I think. But he came to Manchester. He flew in. My pops and my stepmom came. My pops, man, I love that man to death. That man is a character. That is a character. He would ask so many questions. You would think that the UK was a third world country the way he was talking. Like he would just ask like at one point he was like, "Do they got fruit here?" I'm like, yeah. I was like, why would you ask that? I mean, I ain't seen no fruit. I'm like, bro. I was like, they got fruit, bro. They got fruit. I will say he hates the cars and the roads because the cars are small and the roads are narrow. He does hate that, which I don't. I'm also with him on that.
No, I'm with him there.
Yeah,
most people that visit the UK are with him.
It's terrible. And then the weather was shit. one day, the first day we went out, it was they got here Friday. I got a story for you off camera, but they got here Friday, and we just kicked it on Friday because they flew like 13 hours, so I knew they was going to be like dead tired. And my dad didn't sleep at all, so not to be explicit, but my dad has no ass at all. So he was like, "Yeah, the seat he couldn't. He didn't sleep the whole 13-hour flight. He was just up because he couldn't get comfortable." So we ended up getting on Amazon.
Cushion.
Yeah, we ended up getting on Amazon buying like a cushion seat so when he fly back. So when they came here, they flew for about. I mean, not flew. They landed and then they went to sleep for about 10 hours, bro. Like they came in, dropped their stuff, said their hellos, and they were both like, "All right, where's the bed? We out." And they went straight to sleep. So we just kicked it Friday. Saturday we went to not the Liverpool match. We went I don't know the name of it. I think it's called Matthew Street. It's the street where like there's a club where the Beatles got their start at. It's like known as like Beatles Street or whatever. So we went there. Then we did like a little bar crawl, got some souvenirs. Sunday, Lucy made a roast. The weather was shit, so it was just raining all day, so we didn't do much. Lucy made a roast, which I'm glad she did because now that squashed the narrative that white people can't cook, especially Brits. So she
shout out to Lucy. Yeah. Woo, hold on, Lucy. You need this. Hold on. Oh, what is this?
You don't even know. We ain't clicked the sound so damn long. He done broke it, y'all.
Yeah, you give Lucy something. I broke something here.
Yep, he done broke it, y'all. I don't even know where it's at no more. As I'm looking as well. Man, did they get rid of it?
No, they got it. Yeah.
On media, you go media. You can click this, and then live.
Click it for Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. White people can cook.
So yeah, they were like, but they were pumped for us. Lucy made a bomb roast. So yeah, we did that. And Monday they didn't do much. I had to work Monday, and then Tuesday I worked from home. And then Wednesday we went to London for the rest of the week. That was my first time in London.
How did you like it?
So firstly, my stepmom is a bit bougie. And she was like, because she bought the hotel for me and Lucy and my dad and my step and her. And nice. Yeah, she paid for the hotel. And she was like, she's the same as me. I don't sleep anywhere that I'm not comfortable and it's not clean.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done that once. I don't know if I've ever told y'all the story about China,
you have.
But yeah. So if it's not clean and I'm not comfortable, I'm not fucking sleeping there. So she got us a hotel, nice hotel. I'm not gonna say the price on camera, but it was a wallet bender. So
just tell me, is it like £100 a night?
Oh no. Oh, higher.
Oh higher. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Just it was somebody's check that was spent for about 3 days. So yeah.
Is it a teacher's salary in China that was used?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. For 3 nights. So,
damn. My goodness.
Yeah. Which I didn't know. I didn't even notice until we were there, and then me and Lucy were talking, and she was like, "Do you know how much they did it?" And I was like, "No," but my stepmom had told Lucy, and she told me, and I was like, "Oh,
thank you."
That is a number that I cannot count to.
It. Within the time frame, I'm saying thank you.
Yeah, I can't count to that number. So yeah, but it was an amazing hotel, right in the middle of I think it was Shoreditch, where we was at, close to like London, Euston. London was amazing. Yeah, London was amazing. Unless my money was a lot more than what I'm making now, London's fucking expensive.
It is expensive.
God bless. I was like, yo, this ain't even fun no more. But we did the tube and stuff. My parents were like, all right, we did the tube once or twice. They were like, fuck that. We're riding taxis. And I was like, taxis is, it's kind of expensive, but they saved up for this trip. So they're like, no, we're riding taxis. Because they're older. It's a lot of those shops.
Yeah, I get it.
Might have an escalator or might be steps.
Yeah.
And we're changing. But my dad was also like, they also want to ride them. I took them on the train and the metro. Because they never been on trains before like that. But after that, they were like, they wanted to ride the taxis. Just when we going from one location to the other, they can look out the window and see what's what. Whereas you're just on the train, you don't see nothing but darkness and just whoever's sitting next to you.
That's true.
So we did that. We went to the London Eye, which was dope.
Mm-hmm.
We did the London Dungeons, which was cool. We did, what else did we do? London Eye, London Dungeons. Saw Big Ben. That was cool. Then we went to Buckingham Palace, and we saw them do the changing of the guard.
Yes.
Got some videos and stuff for that. Went to, we saw like a part of a service at St. Paul's Cathedral. It's a big-ass church, man. God, that church is massive.
It is.
Yo. I mean, it looked big from the outside, but inside, I was like, yo. That's a lot of Jesus. There's a lot of Jesus in here, man. So you can fit a lot of Jesus in there.
So, they're big, like the cathedrals in the main cities. Like I've been to that cathedral in England, and then I went to the cathedral in Madrid, and I walked inside when they were having a ceremony, and I was like, "Whoa!" And like they have like 6 different entrances and like 6 like rows of 6 sections of just rows of things, and I'm like, damn, that's beast.
Yeah. So we went in there, massive. What else? We saw something else that I got a picture of. But we did. Then we went to Camden Street, to the Camden markets and all that stuff. Spent some money in there. I think my dad got like a hat and some stuff. He's been me and my dad were big Michigan fans. Go Blue. So Lucy has been trying to convert him into a Liverpool fan, because he was like, I don't have a team. I don't have a soccer team. He would say soccer, but you know what he mean. He's like, I don't have a soccer team. So Lucy was like, well, you can be a Liverpool fan. I'm like, you could also be a Madrid fan. But I didn't really have a leg to stand on because there's no Madrid shops. There's Liverpool shops everywhere.
Just get away. Let him have Liverpool. Let Lucy have this. It's fine.
No, because
Lucy has no. Hold on here. You have no leg to stand. You support Madrid because you just found Madrid. Lucy grew up living this Liverpool life.
I didn't just find Madrid. I found Madrid when I was like 15, 16.
Okay, and when did Lucy find Liverpool?
I don't know if she ever found it. I think it was just always there.
Exactly. Like yes, I've been a Gunner for 30 years now, since I was like 5. But I found them like you found Madrid. Yeah. Lucy was that's your dad needs to support Liverpool because that's his tie.
Here's the thing though. So my dad, the funny thing about this, does not like the color red.
Oh no.
He don't like red. And I was thinking about it because I was like, why don't you like red? And he was just like, I don't like it. And he asked me, he's like, name one time you've ever seen me wear anything red. And I had to have a deep thought. I was like, I've never seen this guy wear anything red. So he don't like red. So I was like, ooh. But I'm thinking this is funny. I love it. Fuck the Reds, But so Lucy was. Oh, what happened to my screen?
What happened to your screen?
That was random. It just went into another. Hold on.
I'm waiting for you to tell me this terrible news that's about to happen.
Okay. No. So, can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay. Well, my bad. My screen thing messed up. But no. So Lucy was like, she was trying to get my dad to say, because we went to go watch the Liverpool Fulham match, and she was like, you got to say go Reds, and he's like, I'm not saying go red. Like, I'm not saying go red. So he would say, you guys go Scousers. Go Blue. So he would say, go Scousers.
Okay. All right.
So he was like, all right. So then we go to a shop, and my dad is like, he wants some Liverpool gear.
Okay.
So Lucy's like, oh yeah, cool. She's trying to show him some shirts, all red shirts. He's like, nope. She was trying hard too.
But then get him like the alternative kits.
So she was trying hard to get him to like do this. And my dad is so sarcastic. So after we spent this week together, my Lucy has said, she was like, your dad is 100%. Like, you are like him. And I was like, I don't see it. She's like, no, I've watched y'all for a week. She was like, it's so many things you all do that's such the same. But
you as a son and a dad relationship, you don't always think it because you're not on that level of like communication or that level of things. But when you do it, I've been told the exact same thing. I'm like, I don't do that. I don't do that. Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I do it.
But so she was trying to get him to wear this, and he's just like, she would be like, red looks good on you. He's like, oh, I bet it does. Guess we never found out, huh? But he ended up buying a jacket though. He gets like a Liverpool, like their little training kit jacket. Okay. It's like black and gray or something like that. It has like it says the badge and stuff on it. So no, that was pretty much it. I don't know where you thought we were about to go with it.
No, I thought she was gonna go for like another football club and support the blue teams. And I was just like,
oh no, she wasn't gonna. Everton.
Thank you.
No, I wouldn't even let that happen.
Everton is fine. Everton is fine because who are they? The other teams, the other blue teams are shit. There's a blue team in London. There's a blue team in Manchester. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Those are not the Go Blues you want.
We weren't gonna let. I wouldn't even let him do that.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I wouldn't even let him do that. So he ended up getting like some Liverpool stuff. But yeah, man, we was in London, man. We got drunk every day, ate every day. It was a lot of went to the National Gallery. I got a cool picture with my dad at Trafalgar Square. He's trying to be all cool and shit. It's hilarious. So we did all that. What was I gonna say? Oh man, yeah, he was just the questions this man would ask though was just every time he'll be like Lucy would be like, oh, we got to get in the queue. What's a queue? So I got to explain to him what
it's a line.
What the line means. Yeah. But it's just like he just didn't know. It wasn't like he just didn't know. He's never been here before. He's been on planes. But most Americans have been on planes. If it's not to Canada or Mexico, it's like to the Caribbean islands. So
yeah,
at furthest Jamaica, but you got the Virgin Islands and those kind of islands, the Keys, something like that, and everything in the Gulf. So he's never been across over here. So nah, man, we had a good time. He took some money home with him. He felt, which I thought the same thing. British money feels so fake. It's like that plasticky.
Yeah, I
don't know. It feels fake to me. So we, but yeah, we did that, and they didn't realize how much walking they were going to have to do. But we did a lot. My dad was walking around with a water bottle full of whiskey. So he just took a water bottle, he drank, and just filled up with whiskey, and he was just drinking that, going around everywhere. I was like, hey man, live your life. But nah, man, we had a great time. I'm glad he came. I will be going home Thanksgiving, so I'll see him again. But yeah, man, overall it was cool. Him on them trains was just, everything was like eye opening to him.
Fair enough.
Especially when we got to London, he was just like, yo, it was just, because London's big.
It's busy. And it's very international.
It's very busy. Yeah.
It's very international.
So you walking around and you hear languages everywhere. But I didn't, which I forgot about. Today's Sunday, the Vikings and the Jets play in London.
Today. Yeah, I told you that.
So I probably forgot, man. My memory is shit. You probably, I don't know. I don't know when you told me that.
when you said your dad was coming for that weekend, I was like, you know what you need to do? Check when they're playing the NFL games in London. And then you were like, oh yeah, and we checked it together, and you were like, oh man, he leaves the day before.
Yeah. Well, I forgot about it until we were there. We got to London. I saw so many Vikings hoodies. It was a lot of Vikings. I seen like maybe 2 Jets fans. It was a lot of purple though. And then the Viking cheerleaders were there next to the palace doing something. The Viking mascot was there. So the Minnesota was live in effect in London.
Yeah, it's got ties to England, I think, and it's got. I think there is a reason for it. That and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think it's got to do with something with the. I don't know, because the owners have also a deal with it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, But it must. I think London is probably one of the most international cities in the world, in terms of like the amount of different people living there, cultures and languages, for sure.
I wouldn't move there. Didn't like it.
No. I actually had I actually read a question online, and I was and the question was, if you could pick any city to live in, what would you pick it? And I think like we've answered this question and stuff like that. And then I thought to myself, I'm a small town person. I'm not a small town person, but because I appreciate my job and my career, finding a good school and a good community is vital. But if I had to work in a city, and I actually thought about it, I actually thought I would like to live in Liverpool or I'd live in Melbourne. So those would be the 2 cities I've visited, and I actually really enjoy the vibe. Even though Liverpool doesn't have the best weather, Melbourne would have better weather. But just Liverpool, I haven't been there a lot, but like it was chilled. It was a city that was.
It is a very chill, slower paced city.
Yeah,
but we say that but Shenyang is way bigger than Liverpool.
Yeah, but any city in China is way bigger than you think, wow, you come to China and you're like, at first you're like, so many people, why? What's going on? And when you go back home, you're like, everyone's like, there's so much traffic. You're like, what? This mall is busy. No, it's not.
You haven't seen busy.
They're like, look at this train station. There's so many people. I was like, this is a normal Friday for the train station in China. It's so busy on these holidays. Look at this mall. There's so many people. Yeah, did you get a table to sit at? That's not busy.
We were on a train. One train we were on, and it was kind of busy. It was like, wasn't packed, but it was a lot of people on there because we were on the train at like 5. So everyone was getting off. It's like a Thursday at like 5:15 p.m.
Yeah,
we're traveling around. Yeah, people are getting off work. But I was just chilling, and then my stepmom Kim, she was like, "Man, it's so packed on here," and I was like, "To be honest, you ain't seen packed. I've been on the train. I've woken up to ride the train and go to work in China. When I tell you, you damn near in other people."
Yeah, you getting shoved in if you're in the line.
Yeah, you getting shoved. You get pushed in, and it's very shoulder to shoulder. And if you got a problem with it, get off because we got somewhere to be. So,
places on.
So busy. Yeah, man,
China's busy.
Yeah, but luckily we didn't do no plane. We just did the train. But man, they had a good time. They loved it.
That's all that counts.
No, I'm really glad they came. They got a bunch of souvenirs and some stuff. They brought some stuff here. So yeah, man. But I'm done until Thanksgiving. I'm done traveling. And then my mom is coming for Christmas. Daniel was supposed to come, but he flaked on us. So my mom will be here for Christmas.
Why do you say it like that? Hold on here. I'm sick because my goddamn mother has been on my case about this. Guys, so I'm doing my QTS British license, right? Because I want a license to teach. Now, I can go home into South Africa and do my license there. But like to fly back to South Africa during the holiday, and then that's it. Then I have to go apply for it, and who knows how long that will take to get a teaching license number. The UK, I've already got my license number. I'm halfway through my assessment. I've just got to pay £2,200. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. It is. And I'm just sitting there going, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming to terms with the fact that it's a lot of money. Okay, cool. All right. I got to sacrifice something. I can't travel in December. I've looked at things and said, maybe I could go to a week somewhere south, but that's it. I'm thinking to myself, and my mom's like, why don't you just, I'll pay. And I was like, mother. And I'm like, mom, and my sister and my mom are fighting about money. Not in a bad way. Not like, oh my God, there's family drama. But I'm just like, you can't be like saying that you're going to do this and that. Lady, you're retired. I'm paying your mortgage. Stop it. Yeah. Be like, no,
you got a lot of plans with somebody who don't work.
Yeah. And I'm like, mom, it's not just the plane ticket to England. It's not that. It's the train tickets. It's then my cousin has unfortunately got his own, he can't host anyone because they're working. And I respect that. He can't host Christmas all the time. And I'm not staying in London for a week for Christmas. That's expensive, bro. No one got time for that. Yeah. And I mean, like, I can't like live on your doorstep for 3 weeks. No. So like my mom's like, yeah, but then we can go. And I'm like, I ain't going to France and Spain either for Christmas because that's why. Like my sister, and bless my sister, so I love her to bits. But even she knows, she's like, I can't go anywhere. I'm working then. I was like, okay, cool. Mom's like, yeah, I'm going to go visit Jess. And I was like, you go do that. From Spain to France. Nice. Okay. From Beijing to England to France to Spain. Oh, no, I don't know where I'm getting this money from. I'll pay your ticket. And I was like, I was like, lady. And I was like, I don't want to go to, I don't want to do it. I'm not sounding like stingy or anything, but I don't want to come to England and not watch Arsenal. Because it's December. It's prime time for the games. And I couldn't watch it in August because I left England too early. So I was like, well, maybe I don't do it. Maybe I don't do this year and I'll go next year. No problems doing that. I totally understand the fact is that I'm doing this, and by the time next year comes, it'll be a lot better because I'm not paying for QTS. But damn, bro, stop making me feel bad. I want to come. I will bring your flipping FIFA. You know what? I'll just buy you a Christmas present and tell Lucy to order it because as soon as I said I might not come, and then this guy doesn't say, "Yeah, no, man, I feel you." You go, "Oh, there goes my FIFA. I can't buy it. You can't bring it for me." And I'm just like, what?
It's because it's cheaper to get it from her.
I'll chat to you.
Well, yeah. Speaking of, because I don't know what you. I was talking to Lucy about this the other day. I don't know what to get nobody for Christmas. I know like two things for Lucy. Yeah, so we'll talk about it off camera. I'm gonna get you something, but you're gonna have to tell me because I'm like shit, man.
Because look, one thing I love about Olivia is she sends a list to you. She got a list,
okay,
and you'd be like, okay. And let me tell you, people, do not be afraid of giving lists because then you're not disappointed.
Please.
You are not disappointed.
Yeah.
You'd be like, look, I want this. And then people are like, okay, cool. And if it's a bit pricey, you go and talk to someone. You say, hey, like Olivia for her birthday in March wanted a speaker. But she wanted like a dope ass speaker. So I spoke to one of her friends and I was like, hey, listen, this dope ass speaker, looks like a Lumo flashing light thingy and it's like really cool and it's big. I was like, yeah, bro, it costs 1,000 RMB. Do you want to go half? We both said yes. That's how you do it. That's how you do a gift. You don't mess around with that because we're getting old now. Socks, ties, deodorant, get away. We're not there yet. Go away. I don't want socks.
Could buy my own damn deodorant. My own socks.
Yeah, buy that stuff myself. Don't buy me socks. Yeah. And if anyone watches this, I love people to bits when they get me something. I really, really appreciate it. But please stop buying me socks. Because if you know me,
the funny thing about this, we were in London. We went to Camden Market. We were walking. There's a bunch of different shops, high, low, bottom. It's 1,000 shops everywhere. Anything you want. And we walked past the shop, and it was called Happy Socks. And I was like, Daniel would love this place. I almost took a photo and just sent it to you, but I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure you got 1,000 sock-related stuff.
So socks for me are cool. And people always buy me colorful socks. and I hardly ever wear them. Now, there's two reasons why. All right, I am a stingy prick when it comes to socks, and I will admit it. I wear these colorful socks because there is one brand, and I wish they fucking sponsored me. I wish they did. If Versus Socks, I'm going to record this little section at 46 minutes. Versus Socks, I'm mentioning you on my podcast, on our podcast. It's a brand in South Africa. It's a brand in Stellenbosch. Even Olivia I even took Olivia there. I took Jen there. I took most South Africans know about it. It is a sock brand. First of all, it's an active sock brand. So they specialize in cycling, running, active, whatever. But they make really, really cool designs. And it's really nice. And I love the socks. I love the colors. First of all, it fits my fucking feet. That's number one. And when you get older, you keep shit that fit. And second of all, big thing for me is my damn motherfucking feet stink. However, these don't. These help my feet regulate my temperature so they don't sweat. They don't sweat So when I wear these socks, if I wear the actual active part of the sock, so I look at them, they had different styles of socks when they started out. Some of them were a bit more cotton-based, or I don't know what it is, but they have a special type of material that they use. They fit nicely. I've got a serious sock tan no matter where I go. I promise you now, that's my brand. That's me. You know? Anything else I'll wear. Like, you can get me a hoodie. Like, guys, I know I've been told I got a lot of hoodies, but if you really want a Christmas present, bro, anything. I've always been looking for a red Power Ranger hoodie. Bro, a hoodie. Bro, you can't go wrong. As long as it fits me, always go 3XL or 8XL if you're in China, 3XL in Europe, 8XL in China. I love hoodies. Like, it's just me. I like it. But please, guys, I love people. Just stop buying me socks, please. Because, like, I have socks in my drawer I don't wear. I keep it out of, like, just compassion. I just don't. I'm just like... Yeah. And every time I've tried to wear a sock other than Versus socks, hey, bro, I take my shoes off and I'm just like, I don't even want to be around my feet. So there's reasons why I do Versus socks. So, yeah. So if anyone's hearing out this, shout out to Versus Socks. Please sponsor us. Maybe a pair once in a while will be free.
Yeah. What you said, I just thought about that. As far as the Christmas stuff, as far as a list, I'm gonna make a list. We should exchange. I'm gonna talk to Lucy about that. We need to exchange a list. Not so much as to like get me all this on this list.
No, but like, hey, I would like this.
That I like. I would just say like, here's 10 things that I like within reason. Don't try to put I want a new car on there. There's like 10, 15 things that I like. That if you give me even one of these things, I'll be good. Yeah, that's actually. Which obviously people probably do with their kids all the damn time. Give me a Christmas list.
Yeah,
but I haven't wrote a Christmas list in years. So yeah. we got to talk off camera. But yeah, I might get a Christmas list. What was I gonna say? Moving on. Yes, I have been spanking Daniel in fantasy football. Like
I knew this was coming.
Like spanking him. It's almost disrespectful and racist what I'm doing to this boy. It's but to me, here's my thing though, and it's not because Daniel always does amazing in fantasy, which it pisses me off because for me it's a double-edged sword because it's American football and he's not American, but he's kicking all the Americans' ass. But then I'm in fantasy in fantasy European football here, and I'm the only one in my the league. It's like 2 leagues. I'm in like 10 different leagues. There's only 2 leagues that I actually like pay attention to care about. And the one league that I'm in is like Lucy's friends and family and a bunch of stuff. It's like 20
and
people
winning
in there, and I'm the only, and I'm whooping ass.
Yeah.
Whooping ass. So it's one of those, it's a give. But Daniel, every year, Daniel always has fucking Tyreek Hill. And then you'll have like, at one point it was like McCaffrey. I don't know if you've still got McCaffrey, but he's injured.
Yeah, he's on my bench.
Yeah. But Tyreek Hill used to give. I remember one year you had like Tyreek Hill and Alvin Kamara, and they were giving this man
that was my first year.
30, 40, 50 points a rip. And now Tyreek Hill is doing poo. That's because Tua's hurt and the Dolphins are just trash. And I was like, yes.
I'm 1-3. I'm just chilling. I know you're going to have those years where you're just going to be like, you know what? You just got to. I can't even send anyone a trade. No one wants my scraps. No one wants
Daniel's like, you might want to trade. Look at Daniel's roster. Nah, you can keep him.
There's no one that I have. Maybe I think Devon Achon is the shining light there that has a little bit of uphill sometimes, but nah. Unless Christian McCaffrey comes soon, I am not making the playoffs. Unless the Dolphins do make a miraculous turnaround with a QB, I'm not seeing anything from Tyreek. So yeah, I think one week my best performer was Warner from the 49ers at linebacker. So I was just like, what do you want me to do?
But there's been, whichever year in American football, NFL, there's been a lot of injuries early on. So much so that in one of my leagues, they had a vote and they decided to, because you could only have like 4 or 5 receivers and like 4 or 5 running backs. There's like a limit on how many of each position you can have. And it was so many receivers that were just hurt.
Dropping like flies.
So we had like a little vote to add another receiver, like extend the receiver max by 1. So people could pick up another receiver, because it was like one guy on our team and like his 4 receivers, I think 3 of them were hurt. And he was like, fuck, bro. And he had like trash running backs. He was like, bro, I need this.
Can I just pick up a rookie somewhere? Anyone?
So yeah, man. But I haven't been keeping up too much with the NFL. Michigan lost yesterday. Last night, 24-17 to Washington. I don't feel as bad though with us losing. I'm more surprised the wins that we got, because we have. So last year we won the championship. We were all pumped. We were all hyped. Let's just say on a championship team, you have 11 starters on offense and 11 starters on defense, right? So 22 guys total. That championship team this year, only 2 of those guys came back.
Okay.
So we have a brand new team. We have the coach left, so the whole coaching staff left.
No, so we got a whole new coach became his head coach.
Yeah. But like a lot of the staff that was like with that, our assistant coach, Coach Moore, he's the new head coach. But a lot of that staff still left. He still had to rehire a bunch of people. A lot of them left and went to the NFL with Harbaugh. So a lot of our guys either got drafted or they were just older, or either went to Canada or just went out. They were seniors. They just got out. So we have our offensive line is like all freshmen. They're all like 18, 19 years old. So like no experience. Like I think we have 2 starters that came back on defense and 1 guy that came back on offense. Everybody else is brand new. So the wins that we beat, I think USC didn't expect us to do that. But we beat Washington. We lost to Washington, who we beat in the championship. But we lost to them last night. But it didn't feel like, man, it was just one of those, like, I'm surprised we even lost by a touchdown. I am scared for when we play against Ohio State. I think that's going to be ugly, because they are doing amazing right now, and we are not. So that's going to be ugly. But yeah, we're not doing too hot. But Pittsburgh plays Monday Night Football against the Steelers.
No, the Steelers
against the Cowboys. I'm sorry,
Cowboys. Yeah. I was about to say that's a nice one.
We play the Cowboys. That's an old story rivalry. We only play them once every 3-4 years. So,
but that's not the point. The point is because you and your dad.
Well, he's not. Well, we were talking about it, and he was like, "The Cowboys are terrible." So, but the Cowboys are terrible. The Steelers ain't too hot either. So, it's just gonna be one of those. We're not even like talking shit to each other. It's like, I hope you have a good game. Hope for the best. I think if either one of us wins, like if the Steelers win, I'll be surprised. If the Cowboys win, he'll be surprised. We're both of them. We're hoping for a good, safe, clean game because we are not where we need to be. I think that's all I got sports wise. Yes, are your Arsenal's doing all right? Y'all just spanked somebody yesterday.
3-1
against
against Southampton.
4-2?
No, we beat last week. Last week was 4-2 against Leicester. We did bottle that a bit. We were 2-0 up, and then Leicester came back 2-2, and then we fired back 4-2. And then yesterday we dominated Southampton, and then we went down 1-0, but responded immediately and won the game 3-1. So, I think it's okay. I think we've had like a tough... The first 7 games haven't been like super easy, besides Leicester and Southampton. The other 4 have been like legit tough games. I think Brighton, City, and Tottenham. So legit top 10 opposition. And so I'm not too phased at the moment. I'm enjoying Arsenal playing because they can play different styles of football. They can play the attractive, free-flowing football, or they can just defend. And I think people have really hated on us because of what we did at Man City. But going 2-1 up,
fuck that! I hated Man City.
Yeah,
I was upset at y'all because y'all didn't win.
we tried, hate, boy. So there's 2 things about it, and I think there is nothing wrong what we did. We went down a man away from home. What did you expect us to do? Play a high line?
Yeah.
And they were like, dark magic, dark arts, injuring players. I was like, what? It's a football match. Everyone does it. Yeah. Everyone does it. The fact that they were like, oh no, Arsenal played so negative against Tottenham. What was the score? 1-0. What do you want us to do? Against Tottenham, away to Tottenham, without Odegaard and Rice, and we still beat you? I'm sorry, what? You're saying we got this guy? And then we can. When you come to us and we don't get red cards, or we have Odegaard and Rice, it will be a different game. Now, granted, the red card that Trossard received against Man City, yes, red card. And I'm not sitting here. And I'm not.
Well, I didn't know it was a second yellow. When I saw it, I thought it was a straight red. But then it was like,
it was second yellow.
And I was like, okay.
So for me, everyone's sitting there going, oh, the inconsistencies. The thing is, yes, we have inconsistencies. People kick the ball away. They sometimes get yellow carded and don't get yellow carded. But the fact is that we still haven't learned. Don't fucking kick the ball away. If you're wearing an Arsenal shirt, don't kick the fucking ball away.
They always tell you don't leave the game.
Card.
Yeah, don't leave the game in the ref's hands.
Yeah. Trossard in that moment, everyone's like, oh, Michael Oliver. Who gives a crap how much Man City play Michael Oliver? We know the corruption in sport. We know it happens. Yeah. We know it. I don't give a crap. As a player and as a team and as a manager, we should be like, you know what? If we give them a reason to give us a card, they will give us a card. Yes, did someone else kick the ball away and they didn't get the same treatment? It happens. We should know about now. What are we playing? Hey, teacher, he did it. I did it yesterday. Yeah. I don't. Who gives a fuck? We are not school children. Move along. That's all I have to say.
My dad. Just side note. My dad hates. He hates English football. Well, he. I will say, just from an American standpoint, the amount of flopping or dives. It's we were watching the game. After the third one, my dad is like, "Yo, like,
why are they doing this?
What are we doing?" He was like, every time he'd be like, "My pussy hurts," and he got to the point where he was like, "Yo, cut this off, man. Like, cut on a basketball game, cut on the NFL game, cut on something, and then someone I forgot, we were somewhere, and someone that was like, "Oh yeah, well they do this in basketball, they do this in the NFL," and I remind people they did 1 year, 1 year in basketball in the NFL, people were flopping and diving and all this, getting these calls, and the fans got so pissed off that it's now a rule that if you get caught flopping or diving in U.S. sports, you better be hurt. Because if you are not, it's a $20,000 fine. So if you want to dive, that's cool. We cutting you out. We taking that out of your check.
I agree with that.
So, but yeah, the dive. But you all played against Man City, man. I was mad at the Trossard foul when he got the red card, but I didn't know he had the first yellow. So when they did it, I was like, "Yo, that's not a red card." But then they were like, "Oh, this is the first," because I was like, "It's not a red card." I was like, "If anything, it's a yellow card." Yeah, I didn't know he had the first yellow, and I was like, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it.
You gave the ref the
yeah, and you did it right in front of the ref too, and I was like,
right on the stroke of half time. It made no sense.
Yeah, that's hard to get out of those. But because literally right after he did it, they started the ball. It was like 30 seconds later, they blew the whistle. I was like, "Oh, you an idiot, bro!"
Right?
But
just like, what the fuck?
That match showed me how much I really don't like Haaland. I think.
Okay, so let me get your view on it. Some people don't think it's much, but when Haaland threw that ball at Gabriel, did you see that incident?
Bro, yeah, bro. And if I would have turned around, bro, we'd have got into it, bro. He'd have got rocked for that.
So, like,
because my thing is,
that's just childish play. That's
childish. My thing is, he did that, but he didn't do that as if y'all were winning. Y'all did that when you drew. Yeah. You drew. I mean, we both got a point. You didn't beat me. And I was a man down. You had to score in the last second.
45 minutes, you couldn't break us down. I had you in my
couldn't do it.
My shirt's over my head out of disappointment. And you take the ball and you throw it into the head of an opponent. It just speaks volumes of how all almighty you think you are.
And see, and when I seen him do that, that's when I was like, because everyone's like, Haaland has all these goals. First of all, I've watched many a game with Haaland. Haaland does next to nothing. He's just tall and he just stands in the middle. And if the ball comes to him, he has a strong leg. I'll give it to him. He can kick it right there. He ain't dribbling. He can't play defense to save his life. Not skillful at all. He's just big. He got a strong leg.
In and out striker. He's the striker of the old age. Yeah. He's not like the sexy footballer that people appreciate, but he does the job. That you can't take away the fact that he does the job.
I give it to him, but I was like, I lost so much respect for him because he did that to Gabriel. He tried to buck up to who's a 17-year-old kid y'all got, or 16-year-old kid.
Scully.
Scully. Yeah. Like, you try to go fight him. Yeah, I was like, you try to go fight him. That dude got school tomorrow. That boy got class tomorrow. What are you doing? That boy ain't making nowhere near as much money as you making. And he over trying to fight him, and then had the nerve to be after that tell Arteta
to be humble.
Be humble. No,
I don't know what he was talking about though. That was the context I didn't understand. Like, what are we being humble about?
Yeah, I don't know, because Arteta was chill.
You be humble in victory. That's where you humble. And no one won.
I do feel like, and this would maybe think that Haaland's big. I feel like in the grand scheme of things, I don't think Haaland can fight at all. I think Haaland's really soft at heart. And after that game, Jesus got in Haaland's face. And hey, mind you, Haaland's up here, Jesus is right here, but Jesus don't care.
Jesus looks like he's gonna stab you.
But he don't care. He's Brazilian. He don't care. I can't look up. I'll look straight at your chest and talk trash to you. Jesus don't care. And then Haaland was looking, but it was who's the guy for y'all? I think it was Ben White.
Yeah, he's scary.
Does Ben White play for y'all?
Yeah,
Ben White. When that altercation, I was watching the clip, the game, and it was Jesus and Haaland arguing after the game. There was whatever. Haaland does that stupid face that he do. But Ben White, I was watching. I was like, that guy right there, because Ben White was standing right on the side. He was just watching. That's the guy you got to worry about. Like they always say, if there's two guys arguing in the bar and it's that guy standing to the side and ain't saying nothing, but he's waiting. If this ticks off, I'm finna rock somebody. I think if Holland would have done anything, I think Ben White would have beat the shit out of Holland.
Don't worry. If Ben White is fit and he's playing at the Emirates and Haaland gets near him,
I was watching it. I was like,
Ben White is that type of player. He's that player that will just be like, he's almost got that Roy Keane sense of like, I don't give a stuff. I'm just gonna rock you.
Yeah, he didn't even like when they were like chest to chest, and he just like walked in between them. Didn't even like move them with his hand. He just put his body in between both of them and just stared straight ahead. And Holland walked off. I was like, I don't think Holland want that smoke with Ben White. I think Ben White would have gave him a clean uppercut and clicked them teeth. But after that game, I was like, now granted, I do still have Holland on my fantasy team because I need the points.
Everyone does.
Everyone
does, even I do.
I don't like him, but my man gets points. I can't hold him for it. He's my captain. I know.
Fantasy games are gonna fuck all morals. We just be like, they do the job
every game.
You, yes.
I'm like, every game I'm watching him, he plays against whoever they played against. I was like, I don't like you, but can you get a hat trick real quick, please? Please, just a little one.
Don't win the game, just get a hat trick.
Just get a hat trick and lose 4-3. I don't know. So, but yeah, man, I was watching the game and I was like, I already wasn't the greatest fan of him, but after that, I was like, nah. I was like, it told me you just soft. You just big and soft. And now that I've seen him do all that, and I was like, because of that, you'll never get a World Cup. You'll never get a Euro. Norway just poo cheese.
Norway is not doing that, mate.
I was like, yeah, screw him. But speaking of sports, that's what you get to the tail end. So for those who don't know, obviously you probably wouldn't know, I have started a new hobby. And I have and I've dove into this hobby. Like I'm invested. Don't get me when I say that I do my research. I don't do nothing crazy. I do my research. And I'm already into football, European soccer for American fans. I'm like heavily into it. So I'm up to date on like articles, players. I'm watching the new Wonder Kids that coming out. I watch the Prem, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, see what's going on League Twos. I'm watching the Brazilian League with Palmeiras right now. So I like to stay up to date. And I enjoy it. It. It helps me in fantasy football, of course. But I can see like who's new and up and coming guys. Your boy from PSG, Bradley Barcola is nice. There's a guy for Dortmund. I didn't realize Dortmund's youth academy is like a fucking factory. They shell out amazing players all the time. They got a guy named Paris Brunner who's nice. He's young. He's just an idiot off the field. But if he can get that sorted, I think he can be amazing. Luka Nets. Anyways, but so I've gotten really into it, and I started this hobby of you see where I'm going. And I started this hobby of I now collect. I collect cards now. I like to get football cards, and I like to open up. I do get on eBay, and I like to buy cards of certain players if it's has an autographed or has like a piece of their jersey sewn into it. When I say that, I don't spend nothing crazy, and I only buy cards that I know I can at least get double back. I do enough research to be like, I can buy this for cheap. For I don't know, if I buy it for £2, I know that when I sell it, I'm at least getting £4 back. But I'm into like ripping the cards, open up packs and stuff. So I've got a lot of cards. I got a lot of cards that's going to be worth a lot of money in the first few years. So I've got really into it, heavily into it. So much so that Lucy is now getting ads on her phone because her phone hears me talking about. We were talking about it. We went to the park, and I was just talking about these cards. I really haven't. Like I have a hobby. Like I like to collect shoes, but I haven't bought any shoes in a while. But I like shoes. I love shoes, and I love getting these cards, man. It's just cool, these little cards and stuff. And I got into football because in the American market of baseball, basketball, and American football, it's so saturated and so old and stuff right now. It's just really hard to like start into it. Whereas soccer, football here, it's still old and saturated, but it's still not as old as the American counterpart. So it's still easier to get into it. So I gotten really into it, man. But yeah, me and Lucy went to the park. I was talking about it. We get home. She opens up her phone. Now she's getting ads for buying sports cards. And she's like, yo. She's like, I haven't even looked up none of this. And she's getting ads. So, but yeah, so Daniel has some cards.
I'm not so clued up. I saw this in a shop in China. I know they are the real because the shop is not like it sells. It doesn't sell fake stuff. It's got like all the animated Marvel things that you can go in there, and it's not like it's you're not buying the figurines for like 10 kwai. You're buying them for 150, 200, 300 RMB. So it's like legit stuff there. But
I've done a lot of research.
They had like four of these. And
I've done
Nick will tell you more. This is the Panini group.
Mm-hmm. So Panini and Topps are your Nike and Adidas of the sports card world.
Okay. So this is top class. So I don't even know. This doesn't look too fancy. It just looks like it's been covered up, like it's normal. I don't even know how do you do this. You just open it, right?
So you can just open it. The little slit in the back. No, don't do it like that. That little weird flip that opens up right there. Just try to open that, pull it down.
Okay, I got it.
I like tear it from the top. You can tear it from there you go.
I've got it open. Okay. So I have. Okay, so these all look like. These are. I don't know if these are like proper ones.
Yeah, those are like the little first class ones.
Okay, so these are. All right, so no one really fancy.
Yeah, you know when you get like the fancy.
I got an Arsenal player. Oh, this is a weird. Oh wait, some of them are like. They got like a weird hologram.
Yeah. So some of them have like weird holograms. If they have them and they're like numbered, you'll see one that says like something out of 100 or something out of 10 or whatever. I've never opened up those packs though.
Okay, I think this is a lot more
for kids.
Kids is like a fancy one there.
No, that's called an insert. So each pack does its own little special card.
Well, there's more.
Shit.
That's a MasterCard. It's a Joe Felix Rainbow MasterCard. I've got the sleeves. Relax. I'll go through it. They're all the same. They're all the same. They're like duplicates. But then they have these Halo cards at the end. Now, these ones apparently are the... Okay. I think this is Masterclass. That looks weird.
Okay. Kyle Walker. Yeah.
It's got Lamine Yamal. New sensation. You gotta have to Google this. Unbeatable.
Who's that?
That's Jude Bellingham. I don't know. And then there's one this. Okay, so these are called the Halo Giants. There's Rashford. It's a hollow giant, and then they got Kane. Yeah, there's no numbers on this. Well, this has got no number. Okay, I think these are like just weird cards that you can give your grandkids to play with. Those are. I will put them all in a thing for you, and because I can apparently get all these packs cheaper than Nick, so I guess on these Christmas list, I'll get him some packs, a whole bunch of packs. I'm just gonna rip the. All right, so the Halos we got. Okay, so we only want like the fancy ones.
So you really want to like the fancy ones or like?
Oh, okay. I like that one. Oh, it's not really good quality either. The card is. Yeah, I don't think these are anything that I would be. That's okay. There's Mbappe. Yeah, these are lame. All right, but I got this funny little pack.
Yeah, these are lame.
I'll get more excited about Pokemon cards. Okay, so this is the Korean Baseball League.
Okay.
Now, I bought this like a year ago. No, this year.
Oh, really?
Year. I've never opened it. But I thought I would just open it because, it's different. Okay, I don't know how or anything about the Korean Baseball League. Maybe someone wants a fancy card. I really got to open these better. These are more classical, but it doesn't seem like... Yeah, no, there's no fancy ones here. Hey, there's a guy there from the Twins. I've got the Twins jersey. which I think is a lot more valuable than these pieces of paper. All right, so Nick told me originally that I did get the wrong pack, so don't get these ones next time for him. Get the other ones. I'll still put the fancy ones in a sleeve for you, so don't stress about that.
Yeah, I would say until I can see them, because I have like apps that I use to like actually show you how much they go for.
You have apps. Oh my god!
Shut up! I'm a 33-year-old man, and I found some joy. Okay, don't go and ruin it. Let me believe in the magic. Okay.
You know, the one time my cousin gave me trouble. He's like, "Yo, you buy so many Arsenal shirts," and I'm like, "Yeah, all right. How many cars have you got?" And he went silent. Whoop. And I was like, "Motherfucker, I have my shirts. You have your cars. Yeah. All right, we'll compare.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with my shirts, please."
Are you sleeving those right now?
I'm going to.
No. I'm not.
These special ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Hollow Giant is, so let me sleeve that.
Those are just like each pack I have like its own special something. It might not be worth shit though.
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't much here in China, so it didn't break the bank. But I'll get the proper ones. You've seen the ones on my Taobao account. I'll get the proper ones.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way how we're going to link up again this year. I do want to come back. I do want to come back. It probably won't be this year, but I am aiming to come back to China for a bit next spring.
Well, you know where I am. I'm here. Yeah, you'd be easy to host because you know what you know how to do everything. You just like give you a set of keys and be on your way. All right, I'm done with this nonsense stuff. This has been riveting and so like what the hell am I even holding? This is weird. Oh my god. I prefer Pokemon cards, but that's just me.
I do got some Pokemon cards I can give you. I was given. Some of them look cool. I just don't know shit about Pokemon. Or the new ones anyways.
No, I don't want the new ones. I like the old ones. But that's okay. Yeah. I have no idea.
Do you have a dad joke?
I do have a dad joke. I do have a dad joke, and I will. I got a few, so let me just go through it.
Should I give you one?
You go first, sir.
All right. So I'm planning to host a charity event for people who struggle to reach orgasms. So if you can't come, let me know. You know, I think. Yeah, you got to get out of China because I think it's just sapping up your humor. You're not even funny anymore.
I'm trying not to laugh because every time I watch that damn Christmas dad joke thing we did a few years ago, I couldn't stop laughing at your jokes and I lost. So I'm practicing. I'm practicing not to laugh or react. I'm trying to build an immune system.
Okay. All right. You got one for me?
Yes, I do. When I moved into my new igloo, my friends threw me a surprise housewarming party. Now I'm homeless.
So my girlfriend asked me, is it just me or is the dog getting fat? Guess a big mistake saying, no, it's just you.
Yo, are you safe? So my last one. I was robbed at the gas station today. I called the police and they asked if I knew who did it. I said, yes, pump number 6.
That's just fucking expensive. You know, I'm actually glad I have not. So, of course, the whole time we were in China, we never buy gas because we don't drive.
Yeah.
But when I went home for that 6 months before coming to the UK and I was driving my mom's car, I had to get gas. Boy, I don't miss that shit.
Even when I was in South Africa, no. No.
No, like this is, and even now, like we have a car now, so we got to go get gas, but it's not too expensive, and we don't drive often. We usually like drive if we're like going to like Lucy's home or coming back, but most of the time. Because they're very strict on like drinking and driving here. That if we go out and we're going to have like drinks, we'll either get the bus, get the train, taxi or walk. Yeah. So we never really drive off. Like we would drive to the store, but like we can buy gas, fill up the tank. Probably costs like 40, 50 pounds, but that tank will last us damn near the whole month because the most we're going to drive outside of going to the grocery store is going to Prestatyn and coming back. That's about it. So it's not too bad here, but yeah, I don't miss filling my car tank up. Them 6 months, I was like, yo, this shit is for the birds, boy. Shit. That's why it makes me mad that the U.S., we don't have a train system, like a major train system.
That's madness.
Like people say, well, we got Amtrak. Amtrak don't count. Amtrak is like a big-ass tourist train. I mean, you can get on it and go, but it'll take you from like city to city, but it's not like all major cities. But you can go city to city, but it's not cheap. Like... A train in Shenyang, you can get a Shenyang to Beijing, probably like 3 hours or so, but it's fairly still cheap. And the train is nice.
Yeah. Whereas, I mean, 350 RMB is like 35 pounds, say.
Probably about...
Not 10. So,
probably like...
What's it, like 45? 40.
Probably 40. Like 45, 40 pounds.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
But it's not too bad, but there's no like inner city train systems.
Yeah.
In the U.S. outside of San Francisco, New York, those are the only two cities that have. Boston might have one, or Chicago might have one, but that's about it. It has like really good train systems, and even those trains are still dodgy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. I think we out. I think that's it.
That is a wrap to episode 33.
Episode 33. I'm back on the normal schedule, so we'll start coming back out on the weekends because Daniel is finally on a regular Monday to Friday, so we're good.
Thanks. Blame it on Daniel. Daniel's on a normal regular basis. Thank you.
I mean,
appreciate it.
We got to blame it on somebody.
That's fine. It's okay. I'll take the blame.
Yeah. What do I look like taking blame? That's stupid.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Patties. We'll see you soon.
33. We out. Peace.
Cheerios.